before we start, I would really like to thank my daughter for the help today. Thank
Hi.
you.
Welcome.
Hi. Today we are basically going to discuss the differences between stage enactments of performances and on screen, that is cinema. So basically there are only 2 or 3 differences on stage and cinema, but the differences are very important. Well, on stage the audience is guided by the actors or performances to move their heads or eyes. The audience movement is only guided by the performance or enactments, light source, their voices and their movements. It is also seen that on stage the actors, actresses or performers makeup is a bit more louder than our on-screen or cinema actors or performances. On stage we always see a real 3D motion, while on cinema we see only a 2D motion. Now, why do the majority of people want to watch screen performances better than any stage performances? What I see, because of our human nature, we have to work less harder each day. So it is much more comfortable for us to sit at one place and just look at a screen, and the screen will guide us what to see. Basically on a cinema projection we see a screen, and the images are only reflections which come to our eyes. Those images are helped by the camera and the lens. For example, if we want to emphasize a certain thing on cinema, we just have to have a close-up, or our performers or performances, actors, actresses will have to speak a little louder, or it can be done electronically. But in theatre this is not the same. In theatre each actor has to speak at a definite volume so that all of the audience from the back to the front can hear properly. In theatre the lighting is created in such a way that the audience will move their head to that area where they are supposed to see. But on cinema we are just looking at a screen and our lens is guiding us where to look. In motion pictures the actual hard work is done behind the screen, and in theatre, on stage performance, the hard work is done live in the backdrop. So it's better to say that in theatre you are seeing a real live 3D show, and on cinema you are seeing a recorded image which is just a reflection of a screen. For example, speech, if it has to be emphasized, I will just be moving here like this, and I do not have to move also. The lens will just do its job. This close-up, the lens just has done its job. But in theatre we cannot move this close to the artist. The artist has to do the hard work. Parallelly, as we watch television or cinema on screen, we should always see a little bit of more stage performances to know the discussion today. Now let us see a small tabletop shot which I have tried to make as a stage, and with some models how it does work. Now let us see. We can see simultaneously, suppose this is our stage area over here. Simultaneously these characters are lit up, and the director wants us to look at these characters and their action. Now we can also see some activities going on here which is not very clear to us. Now the moment the director feels that the activity over here is very important, he will just have to do this. There you go. Now, the problem is on a stage performance, the spectator can't go here and watch. Their attention is now towards the activity over here. The background over there, which is also there, if the director feels okay, the background is very important, they will also put some type of backlight over there. Now on stage, what happens, the audience is looking at so many areas on the stage, but the audience attention is focused on a definite portion of the stage each time the light changes or the activity changes. Now on camera, what we could do is just like this. This is what the audience cannot do. Now here we see we have changed the camera angle to focus on what this subject has to say. Now we are doing the same thing opposite. We have just turned the camera angle, and that we have kept a section out of focus, particularly this subject here, because he is not talking, this subject is talking. So we need this subject on focus. So we can do all these types of tricks on camera and put it on screen. On stage, basically the light changes on the activity. Now this is a point where you have your freedom. You can either see this or you can keep on seeing the shadow. You have got an option, but on screen, on movies, you have got no option. You'll have to see what is shown on the screen. As we see, we can change the background on a stage, but for a movie, electronically, everything is possible. Literally, I should not say this, but I am. While shooting a movie or making a movie, we do a lot of cheating. But this is very limited for a performance on stage or theater. These days, the better we cheat, the better movies we make. I hope all of us enjoyed today's discussion. Thank you. Until the next week.